and an athlete was able to win at least 50,000 naira in a race. In cycling, we normally do first 10. Some will win 20, some will win 30. And by the time you begin to do that every week, there are some riders that will be going home with 30,000 naira every week compared to nothing at all. So by the time you begin to have those money, you can be able to buy the
equipment and all that.
Nutrition equipment you need.
All right.
We'll grow.
Okay, we'll go for a break now. When we come back, they're still in the studio. Stay with us. Okay, Coach Membaka Ago, the chief coach of the national cycling team, and also we have Jacinta Okere. She's still in the studio. Jacinta, yes, Jacinta, I come to you now. You know, you started cycling 2 years ago. You're based in Kaduna and all that. What has the experience been like, and how did you actually come into cycling?
Well, I came into cycling through my coach, Coach Samuel, the chief coach, Kaduna State. He encouraged me, he drew me to the cycling, exposed me, you know, all this exposure, all the equipment that I need. He really encouraged me. And he will always tell me that once I train, the sky is going to be my limit. That is the word I normally remember.
Okay. So you've been doing the training over and over again. Now, going into cycling, your parents they didn't, because you know when you mention cycling, you have, it's more like just like you have maybe in some other sports, it's dominated by men, you know. So female cyclists are really not as much as you have in men. Your parents, did they actually raise any eyebrow when you were going to start the sport?
No, not at all. Once I told my mom that I have interest in cycling, they asked me, will I be able to do the sport? Can I be able to cope with the sport? And I told her that I don't think anything hard, difficult in that sport. Now give me a try, that I should go and try my best.
So how do you do that with your schoolwork and everything and all that? They didn't give you any condition at all?
No, it's not an easy one, like going to training, coming back, going to work, no rest. I mean, no rest at all, but I still cope.
Okay. And one of the, the results of it is actually this medal that you won in Egypt. Let's say it.
There's a heavy one.
Yeah, I think it's kind of actually heavy. Yeah. I think it's kind of actually heavy. That's talking about the African Continental Road Race, 2017 in Egypt, and a bronze medal for you. Yeah, congratulations to that.
Thank you.
So what advice are you going to give to younger girls who want to actually, embrace this sport? Well,
the only advice I have for them is just for them to have spirit of sportsmanship. Okay. Once they have that spirit of sportsmanship, they're going to do it.
Wow, that's a great one, spirit of sportsmanship, and after that, they're going to do it. Now, Coach, over to you now. Let me just ask you this final question. The Nigerian Cycling Federation, I know they must be doing a whole lot to put cycling on the road map of Nigeria, especially, funding and equipment and all that. For your cycling team now, how far have you guys gone in terms of trying to see how you can organize more competitions? So can we have maybe 1 or 2 in a week, the one you talked about?
Okay. When you talk about organization from the federation and all the rest, in Nigeria, we all believe that for sports to go on is from the government and all the rest. But with what we are seeing now, we have to go into the private section to grow the sport. It's not all about government. So for now, like in Port Harcourt and Lagos, private people do races now. So it's like the private individuals, let me not just say company, individuals and companies are putting heads together to support the federation to develop the sports in Nigeria, to grow the sport. So there are so many programs on ground. Like about 2 months ago, some private people from some individuals from Lagos. There's a club they call Psychology Club in Lagos and a club they call Lifestyle Cycling Club in Port Harcourt. They put it together, carry some athletes and some recreational riders and coaches to Rwanda to go and do some research. Rwanda, these couples from the US that went to Rwanda in about 10 years ago. They tried to grow the Rwanda cycling, and today Rwanda is like the third or fourth strongest nation in cycling in Africa. And again, they have traveled everywhere. So they took some of the coaches to there. And I was also there.
One of the coaches that went.
We saw what happened. We saw how they did it. And they create a center they call African Rising Cycling Center. You know, they train their athletes there. You see everything, all the science, everything you need to grow cycling. So these individuals put us together, take us there, and we have seen what the Rwandans did and how their federation were open to the Americans who wants to assist them and all the rest. So we want to try as much as possible to create that in Nigeria. So the individuals and the federation are now putting it together to see how they can create such things in Nigeria. Okay. And again, Nigeria, we have, to me, in Africa, we are supposed to be the best in everything because we have the population, we have different ethnic groups and different genes in our body and all the rest. If you want sprinters, we have them in the southern part. If you want milers, we have them in the northern part. Anything you want, we have in Nigeria. So once we try to create such things, I tell you, we can compete with the world best.
Yeah. Okay, that's where as well. Coach Ago, thank you so much for coming on the program. And Jessica, thank you for coming. And congratulations once more for your birthday.
Thank you.
All right, we'll continue with the show now. But then we'll be going to the champion.